have gathered here today to witness the grand opening of our magnificent 81 classroom building, we proudly funded by Digicel Foundation. Welcome to one and all. On behalf of the students of Tubusereia Elementary and Primary School, I would like to express our sincere appreciation and thank you to Digicel Foundation for giving us this new building with 8 classrooms. We also thank Digicel Foundation for selecting Tubusereia Primary School for the milestone project. It has brought new change to the landscape of the school premises. Furthermore, I would like to thank the School Board of Management for working so hard and collaborating with Digicel Foundation for the delivery of this magnificent building for learning. We, the students, are excited that the building will provide more space for our learning environment and that having such modern classrooms will certainly boost and encourage us to focus on our learning to achieve higher grades. We look forward to moving into these new classrooms. I also believe our teachers will deliver quality lessons that will enable us to achieve higher grades. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, parents and guardians, allow me to once again thank our high-ranking guests and all those who have joined us today to participate and witness the grand opening and launching of our new 81 classroom. Thank you and God bless you all.
Wow, so eloquent there.
Too high for me. Okay. So as mentioned by the MC, Pauna Kule, my name is Serena Sasingan and I am the CEO of Digicel PNG Foundation, a role that I've had the privilege of serving for the last close to 4 years now. In my role, I've had the immense privilege of being able to travel to some of the most remotest parts of PNG, where I've got to be able to sit with communities, with teachers, principals, health workers, children, and sit down and really listen to their needs, their hopes, and their aspirations. One thing that all these communities have in common that we partner with is their drive and their ambition to make their community a better place. This community that we are here in today, Tubusereia Village, is also now part of our Digicel Foundation family. But you are a community that I wouldn't really call underprivileged or underserved, not because of your proximity to the city, but because of the great and wonderful leadership that I've seen over the last 2 years. A team of very committed volunteers who have been committed to this school and committed to seeing transformation. I first got to know this community 2 years ago, as I had said, actually because I wanted to do some drone footage for an education initiative that we have for education television, and I love the Bootless Bay. Not only because it's beautiful, but because it has Motopore Island. And for anyone that knows our history, we know that the Constitution of PNG was written on Motopore Island, which makes this village a very significant village because you are a custodian of a very important part of this country's history. So I had approached Pauna and I had asked him, are you able to take me up to where the Digicel Tower is? So he brought me up to the hill up there at the late Mr. Biga's residence. And from there I asked permission, can I go and can we do some droning? And Mr. Biga decided to tell me about the ancient history of this village. And I became very fascinated. And actually I fell in love even more with this place. Tubusereia village and this community is one of the very few communities that we have chosen for this project. And you might wonder why. Why would we invest so much in a project like this? This is the first time we've had a rural school put their hands up to give 50,000 kina to help contribute towards a classroom, a double classroom. Also because as a foundation, we had already invested in Barakau as well. And for us, we want to begin seeing impact. And we know that the children that go to these village schools have to travel miles and miles away to continue on to junior high school. So when I had read the application for the school and I had seen that part of your plan was to make sure that you were able to develop this school if you had the additional classrooms into a junior high school so students could access grade 9 and 10. You also had an ambition to make sure that the school would turn into a resource center for the community so that the students that are also out of school could also access flexible open distance learning. So both to upgrade their qualifications. We thought this sounds like the perfect plan. It makes sure that our kids across at Barakau also have an opportunity to access high school in their village so they do not have to travel far away. And I want to acknowledge now that this is also part of the government's plan, and that's why we have our representatives from the Department of Education to make sure that as we phase out our elementary schools, we also have invested the foundation in the early childhood school just around the corner there in building the Kappa structure. So we want to make sure that we support this school to become a model school of what the new government's policy around 366 looks like, so that they have all that integrated learning across here in the village. Now, at the foundation, we believe that education is transformative. It has the power to transform our nation. We saw it in a generation, what the first generation of nation builders, and I want to acknowledge Mr. Loani Hanau, who's here with us today, what they were able to do with very little to build our country and to take it this far. But now the opportunity and I guess the challenge lies in the hands of the next generation. What are you going to do with the assets that are before you? So as a foundation, we are committed to working with you to realize your school's dream and its ambition to become a junior high school. And I want to acknowledge people that have made this project possible. Firstly, I have to acknowledge Maria Mukahi and Dennis O'Brien, who have been the driving force of Digicel PNG Foundation for many years. When I had told them the idea of investing in a different type of a structure, because you will notice this is the first time we've ever done an 8-in-1, they gave us the trust to go ahead with this project. So I want to acknowledge them. But I also now want to acknowledge and welcome into our family Telstra International and Oliver Kaplan Warner